Unreal.
So many layers.
I know, that's just it. Down, 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 down. It goes down a little bit farther, but then it just kind of follows the natural route down. But yeah, nothing like this, as far as I know. Unreal. Unreal.
Situated between Moraine Lake and Lake Louise, the Paradise Valley Trail leading to the Giant Steps waterfall remains noticeably quieter than its neighboring attractions. It could be that Lake Annette, a scenic highlight along the route, sits about 6 kilometers, 4 miles, down the trail, not right next to the road like the other famous lakes, rewarding those willing to venture a little deeper. Unfortunately, Moraine Lake Road is closed to personal vehicles year-round to help protect the area and manage high visitor numbers. If you're planning to hike to the Giant Steps, you'll need to use the Parks Canada Park and Ride shuttle, which leaves from the Lake Louise Ski Resort. It's important to book your shuttle tickets in advance, as spots fill up quickly during the busy summer months. Several private operators such as Moraine Lake Bus Company and WOW Banff also provide alternative transportation options, but be sure to ask about their policies regarding drop-off and pickup at the Paradise Creek Trailhead. Whichever option you choose, a valid Parks Canada pass is required and must be clearly displayed in your vehicle whenever you stop within Banff National Park. This first section of the trail takes you from the trailhead and heads southwest along the north side of the valley. Several times along the way, you'll cross sturdy footbridges over Paradise Creek as it winds through a lush, sub-alpine forest. The terrain is moderate with steady but manageable elevation gain before a short, steep ascent brings you to Lake Annette.
Sweet.
We're out of here.
1.1K according to the sign.
Yep.
We start right. We're close to 8.
There we go, 8 o'clock.
A trail sign located right at the start clearly outlines key routes and distances, and although several trails intersect along the way, the well-marked signage makes navigating to Lake Annette straightforward and hassle-free. The start of the trail is forest-enclosed, and views are initially limited to the dense canopy of spruce and fir trees towering overhead. The sound of Paradise Creek drifts through the trees, creating a peaceful backdrop to the hike.
It's all coming back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In summer, a vibrant display of wildflowers adds a burst of color along the trail. Look for yellow columbine, fleabane, arnica, and dwarf dogwood scattered among the greenery.
Oh, and get the crap out of your knees. It's just like, oh dear. Yeah. Sometimes when I start a hike, it's just like, okay, I hope my knee feels better shortly.
I got lots of Advil. And anyways, it's the first couple of steps.
I know, I think that's just waking your body up.
Yeah. To hit the groove. Hit your stride.
Is that water?
Yep.
That's a lot of water.
Just over 1 kilometer from the trailhead, 0.7 miles, you'll reach the junction with the Moraine Lake High Line and Paradise Valley Trails. A signpost here marks the junction, where you'll turn right, heading north towards the Paradise Valley Junction. Follow the trail for 243 meters, 797 feet, to the junction signpost. At this second junction, the two trails split and you'll turn left, heading west, once again on the Paradise Valley Trail towards Lake Annette. This is prime grizzly bear territory, and it's recommended that you hike in a tight group of 4 or more people, stay relatively close together, and make plenty of noise along the trail to alert wildlife to your presence.
We'll get that on the way back.
Yeah, pretty.
That's a good one. Hopefully we'll get some better light.
Every hiker should carry bear spray, keep it easily accessible, and know how to use it in case of an encounter.
Well, we're not melting yet, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, ooh, there's a
Bears don't poop like that, right?
No, that's horse.
horse. Yeah. No, bear poop's got more berries and sometimes little buttons and fabric from.
Oh, for God's sake. Hurt
Yeah,
you.
it smells like pepper.
A little like pepper.
Yeah, you're walking awfully close to me. Smells like pepper, both of you. Oh my God.
The trail continues with a gentle climb through dense subalpine forest, where views are limited. After about 1 kilometer from the junction, or 0.6 miles, the trail descends to a sturdy wooden bridge that crosses the clear, glacial-fed waters of Paradise Creek, an ideal spot to take a short break.
Yeah, so this is kind of why I wanted to redo this. It was like this in October, and then the snow hit, but of course everything was clear here and we could see right down the whole valley here, and the mountains were, again, I've been thwarted.
Unfortunately, the usually sweeping views of Mount Temple were largely hidden by a heavy haze of forest fire smoke, softening the dramatic scenery and casting a muted, almost eerie light over the valley. After crossing to the east side of Paradise Creek, the trail continues a slow but steady ascent through the forest, and you'll begin to get your first views of the rugged peaks at the head of the valley. The path remains well-defined and easy to follow, and your progress remains steady as the trail leads you deeper into Paradise Valley. In roughly 10 minutes, the trail leads to a second bridge, where you'll cross back to the west side of Paradise Creek. The open area around this bridge offers unobstructed views of the north face of Mount Temple.
I'm coming. Guy's always off taking pictures or...
After crossing the second bridge over Paradise Creek, the trail continues to climb gently southwest for 1.52 kilometers, or 1 mile, winding through forest and small meadows before reaching a third bridge. Another signpost here gives you clear directions to Lake Annette, now only a short distance away. After crossing over to the southeast side of the bridge, the trail now ascends through trees on a moderate grade, gaining 50 meters or 164 feet in elevation over a half kilometer, 0.3 miles, alongside the outflow from Lake Annette.
Oh, we're here. Wow.
Lake Annette.
In 1896, explorer Walter Wilcox named Lake Annette after Adelaide Annette Astley, the mother of Willoughby Astley, who was the first manager of the historic chalet Lake Louise. It's a small but lasting tribute linking the lake to the early days of exploration in the Canadian Rockies. Surrounded by boulder fields, glacial moraine, and stands of larch trees, the clear turquoise waters of Lake Annette rests at the foot of Mount Temple's towering north face. For this next section of the hike, the trail continues southwest, quickly gaining elevation as you ascend to and cross a rock slide along the northern slope of Mount Temple. Beyond the slide, the trail follows an ascending traverse through open meadows and larch forest until you reach an important intersection, the Sentinel Pass Junction. Just beyond the entrance to Lake Annette, a trail sign marks the route ahead as the path begins a steady, steep climb through dense forest. After about 20 minutes with limited views, the trees begin to thin, revealing sweeping vistas of the towering peaks that encircle the head of Paradise Valley. We couldn't help but feel a bit let down as the forest fire smoke lingered, softening the outlines of the towering peaks and muting the dramatic views that normally make this stretch of the trail so rewarding.
Little waterfall over there coming down. See it?
Oh yeah, I see it.
A little waterfall.
Little.
I know, it's so amazing when you look at that and go, that's pretty big and raging, and
Yeah,
if we're standing right beside it, it would be pummeling down.
The sweeping vistas we had hoped for were hidden behind a hazy veil, and the scale of the surrounding mountains was harder to grasp. Still, the atmosphere held its own kind of quiet beauty, and we pressed on, knowing that in the mountains, conditions can shift in an instant, and that sometimes the journey itself is the reward. As you near the end of the traverse below Mount Temple, the striking quartzite towers surrounding Pinnacle Mountain begin to appear.
Oh, look at those jagged
the
mountains.
pinnacles.
Those are incredible.
Aren't those great?
So incredible.
The tallest and most prominent among them is the Grand Sentinel, a dramatic, freestanding quartzite spire perched near Sentinel Pass on the mountain's southeast flank.
This is the prize here, getting up to this spot. Oh my God, so beautiful. It's getting smoked this year.
Yeah, it's unfortunate again. Oh well, like I say, third time's a charm.
Continue along the trail for a few more minutes as it weaves through a scenic stand of larch trees, eventually bringing you to a well-marked signpost at the junction for Sentinel Pass and the Giant Steps. This final section of the trail descends on switchbacks to the valley floor, leading to a bridged crossing of the South Fork of Paradise Creek. Cross the bridge and continue on relatively flat ground through forest and meadows until a series of boardwalks signals your arrival to the Giant Steps.
Giant Steps, whoa.
So Sentinel Pass, I believe, goes, I think, up that way. And then you go around and you head over top. And then this now leads us down to the Giant Steps.
I wonder, maybe it wasn't Sentinel Pass that she did.
Well, it goes down.
Okay, this is our downhill.
Yes, this is the good, this is the,
Our extra elevation.
that's the,
thing.
yep. At least it's nice and switchbacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're up pretty close to where some of these glaciers over here, like, you can see where the glacier is right there. And oh, I'm still recording. Isn't that fascinating?
Continue down the switchbacks for roughly 10 minutes as the trail steadily descends to the valley floor. The sound of flowing water grows more distinct, guiding you toward a bridge that spans the waters of Paradise Creek, your final crossing before reaching the Giant Steps. As you reach the valley floor, continue to make noise by calling out or clapping hands to alert bears or other wildlife to your presence, reducing the chance of surprising them. Paradise Valley, especially the avalanche paths along the northwest slopes, serves as prime summer habitat for female grizzly bears. For your safety, continue to hike as a group and keep your bear spray readily accessible, not stashed in your backpack, and know how to use it in case of an unexpected encounter.
We'll have food in our
Did you
tummies.
hear that?
What?
Mike stopped to hear something too. Did you hear that, Mike? No? I heard a whoa. No?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Could have been just something.
Woo! Woo, woo, woo!
Another trail sign comes into view, indicating that you're almost at your destination and your effort is about to be rewarded with one of the most impressive sights in Paradise Valley.
Woo! Whoop, 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 whoop!
27, let's follow the
Still! You used to be really self-conscious about doing that.
Yeah, I know.
No, me.
You did?
I was.
I totally was.
I'm not anymore.
Oh, I hear them.
That's them. I get to see them from the bottom this time. That's my whole thing. Definitely take a good break up here and
Yeah.
have some lunch and recharge by the water and chill out at the top and hang out for a while because
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
I know sometimes when we're on the
Some people just, they want to get up there to eat their lunch and then they
And-
put their backpack on.
yeah, and for me I'm like, where are you going? I want to just chill out and enjoy it.
Yeah.
If this video is inspiring your next adventure, why not go ahead and hit that like button? And if you love exploring trails like this, subscribe for more step-by-step hiking videos. Just before you reach the giant steps, the trail splits at a clearly marked junction.
Yeah, to the right, yep.
The left fork leads to the Paradise Valley Backcountry Campground, a reserved area for overnight hikers. Day hikers should stay right, following the main trail on this final stretch. As the sound of rushing water grows louder, the landscape begins to open up and a series of boardwalks come into view.
Yeah, we can go across if you want, yeah. It's either or. You can go across and then it leads up to the falls, and then we can climb up there and you can see them all coming down, and then we can go lower.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, up first.
Yeah, and then we can go, I don't know the way down, I've never been down there. This is the only way I've ever gone.
Okay. We'll come back down maybe, after
I think down there you can get down somewhere, yeah. Or we can eat down at the bottom if you want to do that. It doesn't, I'm easy.
Okay.
I'm easy.
These boardwalks are installed to safeguard delicate bog plants and wetland habitats from foot traffic damage. By elevating hikers above the ground, the boardwalks minimize soil compaction and prevent the destruction of fragile vegetation. They also provide a stable and secure pathway over potentially slippery or unstable terrain, such as wet rocks and muddy areas, reducing the risk of slips and falls, ensuring a safer hiking experience.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Isn't that great?
As you approach the base of the giant steps, the trail begins to braid into a network of smaller paths. Follow the most well-worn route as it winds through the rocky terrain. The giant steps themselves are a striking series of wide, overlapping rock slabs of ancient quartzite in the North Fork of Paradise Creek, over which glacial meltwater cascades in stages. These natural terraces were shaped over time by the erosive power of flowing water and are among the most distinctive waterfalls in Banff National Park. Take your time and explore the area. There's more here than first meets the eye. As you move along the edges of the falls or follow the stream downstream, new views unfold. Small pools carved into the rock, quiet corners where the water flows, and varied textures in the stone shaped by centuries of flow. Each shift in position reveals something different, whether it's the way light reflects off wet rock or how the sound of the water changes with your angle. It's the kind of place that rewards curiosity, encouraging you to linger, look closer, and experience the full character of this unique alpine landscape. Surrounded by towering mountains, alpine meadows, and forest, the setting is both wild and serene. And whether you're pausing to take in the view or exploring the area more closely, the scale and beauty of the giant steps leaves a lasting impression.
Oh, I think I went the wrong way. Yeah, right, just follow the path. Yeah, this looks more like a trail.
The area around the falls offers hikers several options for exploration. Well-worn paths lead to different viewpoints, allowing you to see the stepped cascades from multiple angles.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
Beyond the top of the falls, the North Fork of Paradise Creek spills down a series of large, flat rock outcroppings. To reach these more picturesque lower falls, backtrack to the approach trail and look for faint short side paths that lead downstream.
This is more like it. Yeah, they probably don't come down.
Yeah, it's from the top. It doesn't look like it's like what is there to see
Yeah.
down here? Like,
But I knew, like I said, I saw those pictures on that Turtle Hikers and on other books that I'd read, and I'm like, we gotta get down.
Yeah, I know. It's cool.
That's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Continuing your way downstream from the main cascade, the trail becomes less defined as it follows the flow of the creek over increasingly rugged terrain. The broad quartzite slabs gradually taper off, giving way to a more typical mountain stream bed. The defined ledges and steep drops soften into a series of smaller cascades and flowing channels. The creek begins to meander more naturally, weaving around rocks and through shallow pools. The terrain here is still rocky and can be slippery, so take care as you explore.
Unreal.
So many layers.
I know, that's just it. Down, 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 down. It goes down a little bit farther, but then it just kind of follows the natural route down. But yeah, nothing like this, as far as I know. It's like unreal.
After spending time in a place like this, surrounded by raw beauty and the steady presence of the land, we walk away feeling a little more connected, like nature isn't just something we visit, but something we're a part of.
Next time we'll come straight here.
I like the idea of the beer.
Oh, yeah, the next time the beer. Yes.
As we leave the lower falls behind, there's a quiet pull reminding us how easily we could stay here longer, but the trail bends back towards civilization, and we know it's time to go. We begin the journey back the way we came, retracing our steps along the same trails, but it doesn't feel quite the same. The terrain is familiar, yet the experience has changed us. As we retrace our steps, the landscape reveals new layers, subtle details missed in the excitement of the approach. It's a reminder that the journey isn't over just because we're heading home. There's still more to see, more to take in, and more memories to carry with us. For those dreading the return climb or others who are looking to extend their hike, there are two ways to get back to the Sentinel Pass Junction. The left fork follows the same steep trail taken down to the giant steps. The right fork offers an alternative route through Horseshoe Meadows. Though longer, this option is less steep and provides a more gradual ascent back to the junction, making it a good choice for those wanting a gentler climb or a chance to explore more of the valley. We opted to skip the extra distance through Horseshoe Meadows and stick with the more familiar main trail. After crossing back over the bridge, we began the steady climb, pushing through the effort with each uphill step, our legs burning a little more this time until we finally arrived back at the Sentinel Pass Junction, a bit winded but relieved to have most of the elevation behind us. From the junction, continue along the trail for 1.45 kilometers, 0.9 miles, descending gently as you pass through the larch forest at the base of Mount Temple. As you make your way downhill, the trees begin to thin, and soon you emerge at the rock slide area, retracing your path from earlier in the hike. We had hoped the winds that had picked up on our way back would help push some of the smoke out of the valley, but it lingered, unfortunately keeping the mountains obscured and the air heavy with haze. At the edge of the rock slide, the trail slips back into the forest, beginning the steep descent toward Lake Annette. What was a demanding climb earlier on your way to the giant steps now tests your knees on the way down as the path loses elevation quickly. Though challenging, this stretch steadily brings you closer to the lake and the next stage of your return journey.
You gonna jump in?
I might go up to my side.
There you go. That will work.
Wouldn't want to finish the hike with wet under.
Yeah. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels great.
After a short pause at Lake Annette, the trail leads you back to the first of the bridges spanning Paradise Creek. The hike has now settled into a quieter rhythm, less dramatic, more introspective. The scenery softens and the trail begins to weigh on tired legs. It's in this steady, meditative stretch that the journey shifts inward, each step a quiet reflection of the distance behind you and the distance still to finish. As you cross the final bridge over Paradise Creek, take a moment to glance back at Paradise Valley, its peaks still shrouded in lingering forest fire smoke. While the haze dimmed some of the day's views, it also left a reason to return, another opportunity to experience this remarkable place in clearer light.
Oh, for sure.
4K to go. I'm watching my watch.
Oh,
every
you're now.
half a K
Are you?
Now I am.
Oh, you're.
Just smack me, would you please?
Like, she's like, let's go.
Stop the countdown.
Yeah.
With 4 kilometers left, the pace might be slowing, but the mood? Still going strong. It's in the way you and your companions walk now, side by side or a few steps apart, comfortably silent or laughing at something small. The hard parts are behind you. The views have come and gone, but what remains is the feeling of having done this together. The shared effort, the mutual encouragement, the stories traded while resting by the creek. These last few kilometers become a kind of reflection, not just on the trail, but on each other. You look back and realize how much more meaningful the journey was because you didn't do it alone. And while your legs may ache, what you carry out with you is more than just tired muscles. It's connection, a bond deepened by wild places and the simple act of walking them together.
Oh, we're approaching the end. The end is near. We see the cars.
A quick note for viewers. This footage was filmed in 2021, back when personal vehicles were still permitted at the Paradise Creek Trailhead. Since then, Parks Canada has closed the parking lot to public access, so reaching the giant steps now requires a bit more planning, but it's still absolutely worth the effort.
Woo! Don't mind us. We're a little punchy. Yeah.
Punchy, yeah.
We're a little punchy.
In the parking lot. Insane.
He did it. Whew.
This is gonna just feel like
There you go. Say bye. Say bye, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for hiking the Giant Steps Trail with us. If this inspired your next adventure, hit like so that others can discover it too. Got questions or trail tips? Drop them in the comments below. We read and respond to each one. And if you want to see more hidden gems and iconic hikes across Canada, subscribe for step-by-step hikes just like this one. The next trail's already waiting for you. Don't miss it.
Yeah, the one lady that was here with the camera, she's amazing how the smoke moved in so much. Yesterday was perfectly clear. I'm like, don't even tell me that. Just don't say that.